so a little backstory. When I was younger, in my early childhood, melodies used to come to me one after another. So at some point, my parents decided to buy me a tape recorder. That's what we used to use back then, you know, the tape recorders with the red record button, you know, and then you got the tape A and tape B, put it in, bam. So that was what I used to record my melodies. By my early teens, my parents began taking me to the recording studio to record my songs. Now, this was before I went to school to learn about music. Not only would melodies come to me, but the entire song, so the whole music would form in my head. The problem was I didn't know how to articulate what I was hearing, to be able to communicate to other musicians what was going on. Now, because of this, I was left with no other choice but to trust the producers who I was handing my songs to trust that they would produce it in such a way that was similar to the music in here. Obviously, that wasn't the case. So as a kid, I assumed that they would hear what I was hearing, but that's not how it works. So what would happen is I would record the melodies and harmonies that I created, and they would make the sounds or the music to back it up. I would say 90% of the time, it wasn't how I envisioned it to be. For example, their chord changes would be different than my chord changes, which now I know is called chord changes or chord progression. Back then I didn't. So I'd get the music back and be disappointed. But I didn't show my disappointment because I didn't want to offend anyone. Not the producers who tried their best, or my parents who basically spent their entire savings to get this done for me. And then the people in general who loved it. They loved the music. I mean, it seemed like I was the only one who didn't really like it. Just recently, I brought some of the songs back out. And to this day, when I listen to them, I'm like, still ain't it. Some elements of the music that I would like to revise are the chord changes, aspects of instrumentation, and then, you know, I noticed in some of the songs, at a point, I would change keys. So I would like to create better transitions. In the coming weeks, I'll be going through some of the songs, showing the revision process, basically critiquing my music to make it better, to get to that place of satisfaction. So now I'm going to play the song, and what I'm going to do is I'll be pausing in between the songs, just talking about the changes that I would like to make. I will show a visual presentation on the piano and actually demonstrate the changes. All right? Thanks for listening.